Hey, thanks for that freaking ramp, man. I have to use my body to get up. And I want to have a big shout out to 9 of my neighbors and friends. This is an early show, so they can get home and to bed by 9. And then I have, I don't know, do I call him a boy, guy, man, here from our CDO alumni meeting. So anyway, this is called the Estrogen Hour, and I thought I'd give you a little condensed glimpse of my estrogen journey. First of all, I started my period at 12. Let's just jump right in. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, 12-year-old. So, tampons were very new, and of course my mom was very leery. There were all kinds of stories. And then there was only one brand. It was called Kotex, Feminine Napkin. That's what they called them back then for you youngsters. There's a lot of older people in here, so they probably remember. And they were about 8 foot long, about 3 inches wide, and about 1 inch thick. And I think it was a precursor to the adult diaper. Don't ask me how I know about adult diapers. So my mom gave me my elastic band. It's about 1 inch. Anyway, it had 2 button grommet fish hook things, and you put one here, and you put one here, because at the end of these pads was really thick tissue, paper, whatever. A man had to invented this crap. So you had to have your underwear, you put the pad on the underwear, and then you had to work this in, and it took a while, because I didn't know how to get to the underneath. And I watched my mom, she had this down pat, but it takes a while. There were no wings or adhesives back then. A diva cup, that wasn't even in our plan. So the problem for me is I was an athlete. I got asked to be on the boys' basketball team in 6th grade. That was very advanced, way before Title IX. My dad said, no daughter of mine will be in the boys. So then I played volleyball and basketball in junior high and high school, and I got a basketball scholarship. So I just had a brain fart. Anyway, playing sports with a pad on had some interesting things. Volleyball, you're serving, you're bumping. I went for a few dives, and I loved to block. I was the #1 blocker in Southern Arizona because I used my face so much. I was 5'9", I was the tallest of our teams, of all the other school teams, and I'm with the Cannondale Laurel, and back then we were a AA. We went all over Southern Arizona, Dallas, Bisbee, Dallas, you know. So then basketball is a whole nother story. There's the running and the jumping and everything. And when I played volleyball, it was pretty easy to sort of stand there and make sure everything was where it was supposed to be. So then I would run down a fast break. I was always the center. So I'm running and I'm, listening. I go, I can't find it. And I'm like, did I even put one on? And our uniform was green and gold. I had gold. I was really worried about the particular mess that could happen. So we get up in a huddle, and I am scanning the basketball court because clearly this pad the size of a skateboard would show. So the gal next to me says, did you lose an earring? And I said, I fucking wish. Then the coach says, Daddy, you're part of this team. And I'm like, So we did our little huddle, and the gal on this side puts her arm at my back, and I found the pad. Underneath my sports shorts. I gotta go. One of them damn fish hook grommet things came undone. So after that, I told my mom, I'm gonna buy my own tampons. I cannot play sports with this. Tampons can have a problem. I was playing a game, went in to go change, came out, get ready to play, and I was like, oh my God, what the hell did I put it in wrong? I looked at the coach and I said, I gotta go. So I get in there, I forgot to take the first one out. My poor coach had to deal with several of my feminine issues. So now we're gonna fast forward a ways, and I'm married. We're newlyweds, we went to high school together, sweethearts, whatever the hell we were back then. And we were both virgins. Do we use that word anymore? Is that even a word in our dictionary? So we didn't know what the hell we were doing. And you have a lot of sex in the beginning. And so I got tired of the wet spot in the sheets, or I called them the goobers. So I found this blue towel. It didn't have a mate or anything, it was a bath towel. And I said, well, we'll just lay on that. We called it the blue screw towel. Get on that, and we'd be going at it, and I'm like, oh my God, we're off the towel. Hold it! It really helped to prolong those orgasms. And nothing really got crazy until I finally had to come out of the closet. So anyway, my last little, because there's a lot of estrogen stories I could tell you. But we were visiting my grandparents, and my grandmother wanted to go to town and get my 2-year-old daughter some clothes. And she also wanted to try out this new restaurant. It was a lunch place. It was during the week. It was packed. Men in suits, women in dresses. That's what they wore working in the 80s. And so my daughter had to go to the bathroom. She's potty training. And we waddled over to the bathroom, and we were wearing sort of matching sundresses, if you can even fucking picture me.
I would kill to see that.
I know.
I'm so glad you guys can appreciate that. My mom, not so much. So we go and use the bathroom, and I step out, and I'm about 10 feet out, and I get a tap on my shoulder. And I turn around, and it's this guy in a suit, and he goes, Miss, your dress is caught in your underwear. Okay. So I did a backwards Michael Jackson thing before he invented it. So I could get back in the bathroom, and my 2-year-old saying, Mommy, we already went potty. I walked out and looked at him and said, thank you. He could have been a real ass. That might have been the last day I wore a dress. Thank you, Debbie MG.